can't lose. No, we can't lose.
Enjoy it while it lasts. Gambling gods, fickle bunch. Oh, yeah. So easily affected.
We have a shooter and a good one coming out for a new point. Get your bets down, ladies and gentlemen. He's a rolling point is 9, place 9. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen.
They bet on absolutely anything. Don't make them prove it.
So we are gonna squad ride.
Where are they playing?
Hawaii.
You're tuned in to Gambling with Good JuJu.
Welcome in, everybody, to Gambling with Good JuJu. I'm your host, Peter. With me today is RJ and Kurt.
Hello.
Hello.
And we're happy to have you in. Do I sound a little echoey, boys?
Maybe a little.
What are we thinking here? Are we okay?
That sounds good.
You sound great.
All right. Well, then we're going to move forward. All right. Just a quick heads up for everybody. We were planning on interviewing John Hyslop here this week. We rescheduled him for next week. So thank you, John, for agreeing to come on with us next week. And we look forward to chatting with you.
One more week of anticipation.
I know. I can't wait. I was preparing for this interview and genuinely getting excited while I was researching him. So
I can't wait to meet my fictitious father. Love you, John.
I think John was maybe the first guy I followed on gambling Twitter.
he was an OG of us following people on gambling Twitter. For
Those
sure.
were the days.
So we're looking forward to chatting with him next week. In the meantime, today we got a great show. We're gonna cover off on a few things in the upfront, get some catching up settled, and then take a quick look here at Prize Picks and have a conversation about some shenanigans we saw going on there.
Yeah.
As well as college football week 0. I'm excited. Football is back.
And more importantly, introducing the Squad Ride.
Squad Ride.
New concept. You guys have probably never heard of that, so stay tuned.
Stay tuned. All right. So let's do a little bit of housekeeping here real quick. First of all, if you haven't, please like, follow, subscribe.
Yes,
check
at Good
us
JuJu
out.
Bets. Sorry.
At Good JuJu Bets on the social medias and also goodjujubets.net. You'll find access to everything, including our merch shop. Speaking of our merch shop, shout out to Abe in Riverside making a purchase. Big deal.
Abe, you are a big deal, my friend.
Thank you for the support, son. Kidding. Love you, buddy. And one more time, let's give a shout out to Andy in Omaha.
All right. So Andy in Omaha has been messaged. We've been messaging back and forth. He's like hitting the casino wearing the shirts. And this weekend, he sent a picture that he hit a royal flush on video poker. How cool is that?
That is so awesome.
That's amazing.
So, yeah, shout out Horseshoe, Iowa, and Council Bluffs, and Andy in Omaha, and
Us.
Good JuJu.
Yeah.
Shout
Whoa.
out to Good JuJu for making this happen.
We need to talk for a second about what really happened. That's right, everybody. Andy in Omaha bought a shirt, gets it.
2 shirts.
2 shirts.
That might be the key.
The key might be you need to buy 2 shirts because Andy in Omaha bought 2 shirts, and then the very next weekend he goes to the casino, obviously in his Good JuJu shirt.
Obviously.
Boom, hits a royal flush.
Hand pay.
And you want to tell me that's a coincidence?
Absolutely not. There are no coincidences.
There are absolutely not.
So when I first saw that on Twitter, the picture,
Yeah.
I was doing the math in my head, and I'm like, so he bought 2 shirts and won 20,000.
Oh, yeah, well, the ROI.
So I bought 2 shirts. I wonder what happens if I buy another set of 2 shirts. Am I going to win $40K? Do I have a $40K payday coming up?
Well, you're due, for one.
Totally.
That might get you back to even.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really happy for Andy, but now that you're bringing it up this way, it's like we bought a lot of shirts and we have not hit any royal flushes. So I think we're all due. But yeah, thank you, Andy, again, and congratulations, sir.
More paydays in your future.
More paydays.
And the key takeaway here, buy merch, win royal flushes and video poker.
Or whatever your game is. Who knows?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Maybe you hit the Jags at 30-1.
Maybe.
Speaking of the NFL, the Commanders,
Did either of you guys watch that game?
I did not.
of course not.
Not any of it?
I was too busy watching baseball.
Yeah, I watched like 5 minutes, so I'm not going to back like I watched the whole thing. I watched most of it on the game day thing or whatever.
Have you watched Bears preseason games?
No. I watched about the first 5 minutes of the Colts game because we were having dinner at a local bar and grill. Shout out Cruisin's, soon to be sponsor or something like that. Future sponsor of the show.
Future sponsor of the show.
It's been a long day, guys.
Let me just update the audience real quick. It is about 95 degrees temperature-wise inside of a garage with 100-degree humidity, and we have the door closed for you all. So if we come off a little punchy here tonight, we are uncomfortable.
Slightly. So what's the big deal? So the Ravens won like 35,000 preseason games in a row?
24 straight.
Okay.
24 straight, but like all of gambling Twitter was on the Commanders, and it was bonkers. And it was like, first it was like plus 2.5 or whatever, and they totally flip-flopped the spread. And I'm like, oh, this is for suckers. Who the hell would bet against the Ravens in the preseason? But like, even like, and you know, who knows what these guys actually bet. $1 Million Marco on the 100 Club. That's like part of the better community. You guys familiar with him at all?
No.
He mostly does like videos. It's not really on Twitter. But he's like, oh, 50 G's on the Commanders. And I'm like, come on, guys. What is going on here?
Money line or plus 2.5?
I think he did. I don't remember. It doesn't matter.
Right. Okay.
I mean, I guess kind of matters. But
He's not the same Marco on Wager Talk, is he?
No. No, this guy's like, so better the app is like Jake Paul's thing. And so they're a little zanier than like, yeah, that Marco.
Okay.
But yeah, and like there was a lot of guys on them. So like the game's going to start. Like I think it actually went live on the app, and I'm coming home from the soccer game, and Hitman was like, "Oh yeah, first half Commanders, let's just all bang it." He's like, "I still see a 130." Of course, I bet like 138, and it hit. Yay!
That's awesome.
So
yeah.
you bet against the Ravens, and they hadn't lost in forever, and you got the dub.
The Ravens came out and scored like immediately, of course. So then I could have got the Commanders first half for like plus 400. And they only won the first half because they got an interception in their own end zone with like 2 minutes left in the half, and then stormed down and scored. And then they only some zany stuff at the end. The only reason they won the game because they hit like a 54-yard field goal or something.
I saw the Ravens were up late.
Yeah, they were up the whole damn game basically.
Wow.
But the Commanders somehow came out and won the first half and the whole game. So shout out gambling Twitter.
I mean, that's just preseason football for you. Well, I mean, that's football in general, really. Right.
Well, especially when the backups are in.
Yeah.
Kurt, how much preseason football have you watched?
I've watched every Niners snap.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good grief. Good for you. Yeah.
I watch preseason pretty heavily because there's a lot of stuff up for stakes, right? So you got your starters, but then your starters are going to get hurt. Mm-hmm. So you want to know who's coming in after the starter gets hurt, and you want to see how good they are, how well they are. There's also every team's got risers, undrafted free agents.
Yeah.
You know, most of the NFL's undrafted free agents.
Yeah.
So they play a lot in the preseason. And there's a lot of guys that come to the table and earn their jobs.
Yeah.
So it's cool to see them play.
That is, you know, you watch a guy in the preseason and it's like, oh yeah, look at he made the team, and then he's doing stuff. That's kind of neat, right?
Yeah, and of course my team's going through the who's going to be the second string.
Right.
Quarterback.
So what's the quarterback situation for the 49ers in the preseason so far? Is Purdy playing?
Purdy's starting.
Is he starting?
Yeah.
Did he start both games?
No, he just started his first game last game just because he's coming back from injury, right? So they ran him out there.
Trey Lance started the first game?
Trey Lance started. No, Sam Darnold started the first game.
They got Sam Darnold too?
They got Sam Darnold, yeah.
Wow, yesterday's news.
Right. Bunch of scrubs trying to fight out for that second QB spot.
I expect to be heavy on Brock Purdy in fantasy.
Oh, is that your little tip?
Well, I got him in one of my 2 leagues, and I'm looking
I
at
can't
2 of
blame
my
you.
potential opponents in that second one.
So I think the point is, Kurt, you know, around that 7-8 round turn, you might want to take him.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, you
I'm
should
sorry.
definitely get him around the same spot.
I hate to disappoint you, but I'll be drafting a quarterback very early.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I definitely believe that.
I mean, you know, we are not. Who you got your eye on, pal?
Hold on. Let's talk
Okay.
about this for a second, because I want to talk about real quick. I want to know who he's got his eyes on in the quarterback market, but I suspect the answer is he has no idea yet.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Okay, well, we'll get to that in a second. Before we get to that, one of the things that I want to talk about real quickly has to do with the quarterback position overall. in fantasy and how you feel about the position and where you look to target it. Because my strategy that I've found successful is I'm almost always the last guy or one of the last guys taking a quarterback. And you followed, Ryan, a similar philosophy. I just read an article posted, I wish I knew the name, it was on Fantasy Pros, from an individual who used to espouse to that same philosophy.
And it's kind of over.
And he was like, that burned me bad in 2022. If you settled for a mediocre quarterback, you were in trouble. He still subscribes to the idea in 2023, but he said he would look to target that mid-range of Fields, Herbert, Lawrence quite aggressively. Leave the top, but not wait quite so far down.
Yeah.
Normally, I'm always waiting further down. He's got me maybe considering doing something else.
Yeah, I mean, Kirk Cousins is going to kill you. I mean, there's no way around it. He's just not going to score enough points for you. You're going to face Mahomes or Hurts, and they're going to put up 40, and Kirk Cousins is going to roll out an 18-point game, and you're 22 points behind.
Definitely a new game in the quarterback play, for sure.
Yeah.
Now remember, Ryan, you're on a podcast you're hosting, so give the audience a little information and insight into what you're thinking this year.
I'm taking Mahomes 1-1.
Don't believe that. He is not taking Mahomes 1-1.
No, but you got to take a quarterback. You can't wait anymore. That's that.
You can't.
So in my other league, I'm sitting on Daniel Jones and Brock Purdy.
But it's a zany league. Like,
you're not.
You're going to have two more quarterbacks before it's over because who knows who's going to start. I did look up see who had Sam Howell today.
So we're in the middle of free agency in our dynasty league, and I just won a bid for Darius Slayton. Ooh.
Just like,
I realized after I opened the bid, this guy probably isn't worth rostering.
Yeah.
But I had just won the rights to Daniel Jones, and I was looking for a stud to pair him with.
Stack him up. Yeah, bingo.
This is great.
So I go and I open the bid on Darius Slayton. I win the bid. The guy I'm bidding, or the guy who had to determine whether he wanted to match or not, says, "No, that's good. You can keep him."
Yeah,
so
thanks.
I re-sign him, and it just hits me in the moment as I'm going to sign the deal. I just type out on my computer, "My team is pretty mediocre." And I'm looking at my roster and I'm like, uh-oh, I don't think I have a very good team this year. And I'm already thinking, okay, so at about what week will I maximize the value of this player, and this player by trading them?
Yeah.
Because this is a long-term dynasty league. So I've got to turn this into some sort of value because it turns out I don't like my situation right now.
Yeah. And one of the big whoopsies was trading Justin Fields last year.
Well, it was also Justin Fields and Drake London.
Ouch. What'd you get in return?
Tyreek Hill and Dak Prescott.
And you no longer have Tyreek Hill.
And I no longer have either one of them. Hey, but I got the fourth best compensation pick.
Wow. What a
place
deal.
did you get? Third, fourth, something like that?
I lost in the semis to you.
Yeah.
It was me versus you in the semis. and you beat me.
That's right.
Let's take a trip down memory lane.
Hey, I still won the Skull Crusher rivalry trophy
You
last
did.
year against
You
you.
did.
I
You
had
did.
the higher finish in all three of our leagues we played against each other in.
Okay.
Like you beat me in the playoffs, regular
yeah.
season, and you didn't win a title.
A rarity for the River City Whales.
Right. So I was actually, Pete, I was actually looking at your league and the places that I finished. Pete's the only fantasy league I've never won. I have won in every single fantasy league I've ever played in my life. And I'm looking at the history of the league, and it's just second, third, fourth, fifth, seventh, eighth.
You just trended worse and worse in that league, didn't
That's
you?
hilarious.
Yeah.
I had that feeling like he was competitive early in this league.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. Shout out everybody in the Skull Crusher. God bless you guys for still coming in. I mean, we got a podcast about this, and you guys still show up and play against us.
Do we have any Skull Crusher listeners?
We better.
We better.
Okay.
Also, shout out to the broader audience who's putting up with us talking about our fantasy football leagues with
Right.
each other.
The
We're
worst
done.
content
I am
possible.
Yeah.
totally cutting
Yeah.
this off right now. We need to move on anyway. Kurt, are you still mad or are you over it now?
We got to know what his quarterback
I'm mad.
is.
Oh, first tell us your quarterback.
Who are you targeting?
Who are you targeting?
Give us a name.
Do I really have to tell you?
No, but you could give us a team color.
Blue.
Okay.
It is Daniel Jones. I nailed it. Daniel Jones. All right, we're moving on. Prize picks, questionable tactics. Curtis, are you mad? Are you ready to be mad? What happened?
Even though we won the bet, I'm still mad. So, just to, I already talked to you guys about it, but to fill in our audience,
Yeah.
I'm a frequent bettor of the prize picks, especially Taco Tuesdays. It's one of the best things you can honestly do. It's plus EV out the wazoo, right? So there was a little tip that we got on Twitter given to us by, actually, I saw it on Derek Carty's tweet.
Oh, shout out Derek Carty.
So he's a guy I follow pretty religiously, honestly. He's sharp, one of the sharpest guys in baseball.
Very sharp DFS guy, too.
Yep. So he sends out a tweet saying the Seattle Mariners pitcher, Brian Wu, is coming off the injury list. He had elbow inflammation or some type of shoulder inflammation, and he didn't make a rehab start. So the word was kind of going around that the Mariners were only going to toss him out there for 4 innings today, right?
Yeah.
So early in the morning, his K prop was 5.5.
Oh, really? Wow.
5.5, which I bet the under on. Got that. Then it dropped to 4.5.
Right.
Okay. Then more confirmation came in as the day rolled on that he was going to only go 4 innings. Right. So it kind of confirmed his suspicion of what was going on. So when Taco Tuesday rolled around for their second and third picks, right, I took Wu under 4.5 Ks for my second Taco Tuesday and for my third Taco Tuesday. So the problem I ran into is my third taco that they offered, which was Zach Gallen over 4Ks, which I took the over. And then I went and doubled on Wu under 4.5 Ks. So I'm at the gym, I make the play, and I immediately take a screenshot of getting Gallen 4Ks, Wu under 4.5 Ks.
Which you did for the purpose of posting on Twitter, which you're nice enough to do for me mostly, because I'm the one who's always coming in and asking to tell you that on those plays. So I saw your play and your post, and I saw your message, and I saw the image with 4.5 Ks, and I'm like, sweet. I go into Prize Picks, and I'm like, darn that Jolly St. Vic, he moved the line on us again. It had moved. It was
moved
down to
4.
4, and that had to have been within a couple minutes of you posting that tweet. I was on that one.
So
they take it to 4.
So, yeah, they take it to 4. So now the important thing to remember is once you place a bet on Prize Picks, right? So I make the 2 plays, Gallen over 4, Wu under 4.5.
Yeah.
You hit submit. If the line moves while you submit, it will give you a prompt, and it will change the line before you can bet it. Right?
Oh, yeah. So
you get that prompt. Okay.
But you were past that
I was
point
past
when
that
you
point.
took the screenshot
Yes.
that has the visual
Absolutely.
of the 4.5.
Absolutely.
So what happens?
I leave the gym about 40 minutes later, check my Prize Picks to see how they're doing because one's already started. I believe the Alyssa Thompson play already started. And I noticed that Brian Wu has moved from 4.5 to 4.
In your entries.
In my entries.
Yeah.
When I got 4.5.
So you bet 4.5.
Yes.
We see the visual of you betting 4.5.
Yes.
You go back into your app. It says now 4.
Yes.
You reach out to Prize Picks.
Yes.
And without over-interpreting on your own behalf, what do they say when you bring this up?
They basically say that they trust their whatever algorithm that they have to make accurate lines and that the line moved while I was betting it, basically.
So they're saying that no, that screenshot you took had to have been before you hit submit, even though that screen image doesn't show up until after you hit submit.
Correct. And it also has the time that I bet.
Right.
And so you disagree with them on this, and then they basically end the chat on you?
Yes. They basically say shoo.
Yeah, weird.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. It reminds me of back in the day when I used to message them every time that I didn't get the promotion on PointsBet or
they
whatever.
did that so much early on. We never have that problem anymore, do we?
No, they finally figured it out, so we just get it automatically. But yeah, it was like, Jesus Christ, every day, guys. Stop
That
giving
was
me promotions.
literally it.
Yeah.
I'd have to contact PointsBet every single day to get my promo bets.
Yeah, where's my $8 free
So it's It's totally unbelievable.
Yeah, that stinks.
Because here's the deal. I imagine that mass word got out about Wu only going 4 innings, and everybody spammed that line.
Sure, of course.
Right?
Yeah.
And then they're like, holy smokes, we got an injury report here that might be legit.
Yeah.
We got to drop this.
Yeah.
So
Your
it's
other
crazy.
bet still has 4.5.
My other bet has 4.5.
My bet has 4.5.
Yep.
Your bet has 4.5. We all bet 4.5.
Yep.
Yeah, I have
throws-
4.5.
he
I didn't
throws-
get to bet the second one because it moved to 4.
It moved to 4.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm super pissed.
Yeah,
at
I mean,
PrizePicks.
it's weird. Like
That is super sketchy.
They're not a sports book. That's weird that they take gambling action.
Right.
Like Lord knows what their house rules say. Like, who knows, right?
I think
Right.
you summed it up best. We're taking them. Like, I'm way up. I won't ever lose money. 'Cause
Right.
if I lose whatever's in there, I'm not
Yeah.
going to put any more in.
Right.
And I'm not going to throw. I was pissed, and I still am pissed, but I'm not going to throw a huge fit over it because.
Right. Don't get thrown off.
Right. I don't want to get thrown off because it's so easy to take them for money.
Like, I tell you what. As it's my first Taco Tuesday, don't get thrown off because we need you to give us these plays for a long time.
Right. We're going 3 for 3 today.
God, I hope so. Yeah, that's neat.
Clevenger under 17.5, Wu under 4.5, and Wu under 4.
Yeah, I think I got something a little different than you because I didn't want to do woo twice. Boo woo. But anyway, Prize Picks is fun. Don't screw it up for yourself. And I see why people are addicted to doing parlays because just after a couple of them, it's like, oh, look at all this money I can win. This is so fun.
Yeah.
I still like a good parlay with a free bet or a promo bet or
Sure.
those sorts of things. I've
Yeah,
been
of
doing
course.
the Bet Rivers, Bet 3, $10
Oh, how's that going?
That's a good promo.
SGBs to get a $10 free bet. Man, you would say that. I am over.
Yeah, well, at least you're going to get $7 out of it.
I mean, yeah, right. Well, no, because I'm going to put that on dumb Cubs futures that aren't going to hit.
Plus 1,800.
I got Cubs to win the World Series, boys, at plus 5,500.
Ooh,
That's
baby.
fantastic.
Now, that wouldn't hit if it was plus infinity. But I'm excited about them, so I'm going to bet it so that I'm covered on my emotions
Yeah, what
in the
heck?
playoffs.
What the heck? It's supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
What if they're facing the Mariners and I have the Mariners with a big future ticket?
Did you-
I wouldn't care at all. I
All right.
wouldn't care at all. The Cubs are in the World Series
Yeah.
again. I don't care. Shut up, stupid Peter.
You guys follow Greg Ivory? He's
No.
the BR betting guy. BR betting guy? Whatever. I think he's a Chicago guy.
Okay.
He's like always making videos and like doing some zanier stuff. Like betting on the color of the cars or whatever, like zany stuff, right? He's at Bet Bash and somebody's interviewing him or something. I mean, and they basically just go, do you think you're a professional bettor? Or something like that. And he goes, I don't think anybody's a professional bettor. You better be doing this for fun. No way anyone can make money doing this. And he's like, at Bet Bash. It was kind of zany. I'll send you guys a clip.
I like it because in large part it's true.
Yeah. So
You
like,
know?
what the hell? Just have fun.
That's why we do what we do. That's why I was so excited to interview Hyslop. That's been his philosophy about all this as well.
Keep gambling.
Yeah,
Basically.
gambling. Oh yeah, you're out of money. Guess what?
Guess
you
what?
just need to hit a parlay.
Shout out Prize Picks.
Shout out Prize Picks. So they didn't want to let me in at first. That was a little frustrating. I had to like give them my ID and stuff. And it's like, geez Louise, guys, you're not even a gambling site.
Well, it's top notch security,
Obviously, yeah. We got to know who we're dealing with here.
right?
Make sure I'm not in the black book.
I feel like it's my responsibility to rein us in throughout the course of this episode, and I have not done a good job.
Correct.
We are just flying all over the board on this one.
moving on.
All right, let's get to our big topic, boys. I want to talk about week 0.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, am I supposed to get excited about
Yeah.
what? Week 0? That's stupid. What's that?
Do they have a Thursday game or anything Friday? And it's just Saturday.
We are kicking everything off Saturday. First game, main slate, Navy and Notre Dame, with Notre Dame a 20.5-point favorite.
Is that like a weird time because it's in Dublin? Or is it like noon?
Did they make it over to Dublin? I believe that this is the game that they're playing over in Ireland.
Yeah.
So
It's at noon.
it is at 1:30 p.m. Central Time.
Neat.
And it's going to have its very own window. It's got a 3-hour window. And then we hit the 4:30 game. We got UTEP and Jacksonville State.
That's the only game on early?
Navy Notre Dame
That's
is the
terrible.
only daytime
That
game
is
Saturday.
terrible.
Who the hell came up with this?
Favorite.
We're going to put a 20-point favorite as the first college football game, and it's the only one on.
Yeah, boy.
Have fun.
It's week
a lot
0,
for that one.
so let's keep in mind that might be the best game of the week.
It's definitely going to be the best game.
No, we got a 6 o'clock game, Ohio and San Diego State on Saturday.
I'd rather watch that.
I'd
rather watch that than Notre Dame.
That features a 2.5-point spread.
Fantastic.
Oh, neat.
Is that the closest spread?
That is definitely the closest spread.
How many games we got on Saturday?
It's like about 14.
7 games.
7 games. What's the night? Is there a night game?
So, yeah, we have several kicking off at 6 o'clock. We've got Ohio versus San Diego State, UMass versus New Mexico State, Hawaii versus Vanderbilt. And then at 7, we've got San Jose State versus USC. And at 8, we've got Florida International versus Louisiana Tech.
Wow.
Okay, what's the USC spread?
The USC spread is USC minus 30.5 points.
Oh, my gosh. I thought San Jose State was a little bit better than that.
Welcome back to college athletics.
Oh, man. I'm going to watch the first 10 minutes of this Notre Dame game and move on with my life.
I can't wait. I am super excited for this Ohio-San Diego State game. I'm excited for Navy-Notre Dame. I'm most excited, I think, for Hawaii versus Vanderbilt. And then the nightcap with Florida International, Louisiana Tech. Those are 2 fun programs as well.
Awesome.
Okay.
And I'll tell you, I've got 3 wagers currently locked in between those. Trying to remember what I got here. Yeah, I got action on Ohio versus San Diego State, Hawaii versus Vanderbilt, and Florida International, Louisiana Tech.
Did you say UMass versus...
That is a game. Remember how UMass has been one of the worst programs ever in the history? Well, they now face New Mexico State, who's also one of the worst programs in the history. But, hey, that game's less than a touchdown spread. So you want to talk about good games that weekend. That UMass New Mexico State tilt is quite special.
I'm squarely on the under of that one.
I do enjoy, do any of you read the ESPN bottom 10 rankings?
No. Sounds great.
So I read this guy's article. He's been doing it for years on ESPN where he ranks the bottom 10 FBS football programs.
Oh my God, that's awesome. We got to get him on the show.
And he gives them all unique names and has fun with it.
Yeah.
He talks about their performance and gives them credit when they do bad. And he cheers them on. Legitimately, he feels like these programs are their children because they appear on his list year after year after year. New Mexico State and UMass are both very heavy contenders.
Frequent flyers.
Frequent flyers. Every once in a while, my own Illini would pop up on that list. And I'd be like, damn it.
Yeah, bottom 10. That's neat.
Yeah. So week 0, I mean, it's fun. Look, I'll watch the 1:30 Navy Notre Dame game.
Sure.
I won't mind UTEP Jacksonville State on CBS Sports as a palate cleanser, and then hit 2 TVs with Ohio San Diego State on one and Hawaii Vanderbilt on the other. And when those are done, flip over to Florida International, Louisiana Tech, and have myself a nice little day.
Yeah. Okay. So earlier, old Jolly St. Vic texted a great idea that we bet on football, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Introducing the squad ride, which you guys kind of got to do last week with the UFC thing, and I missed out because I jumped the gun.
Yeah.
But that was fun, right? Well,
Yep.
we also squad ride it all in Vegas.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
So really, the squad ride began in Vegas.
Yeah, absolutely. When we had weirdos that don't even bet on stuff.
When we were betting, we bet on baseball. We had a squad ride on the Orioles. We had a squad ride on Jonathan Wells. We had a squad ride on one other one, I think.
Yeah.
So the idea is that every week we're going to have a college football wager, right, and an NFL wager.
Yeah, and we'll root for it on Twitter and be weird fans of a team for 1 week. And
it's going to come from a gambling Twitter capper.
I like that.
Each play is going to come from a gambling Twitter capper that we're going to tag, and we're going to encourage you to follow. And we'll make that play every week, 2 of them. One for NFL, one for college football. How's that sound?
That sounds fantastic.
So let's unveil this week's capper. Drum roll, please.
Yeah. Do-do-do.
Joey Tunes 2. He played Hawaii plus 17.5 against Vanderbilt. I'm also seeing some things about the weather potentially having an impact there, which could close that in. So we are going to squad ride.
Where are they playing?
Hawaii.
They're playing in Hawaii?
They're playing in Vanderbilt and Nashville.
Okay.
So apparently the construction got delayed on the stadium there, so they're still doing construction on the stadium that they're supposed to be playing in, I guess.
What's Vanderbilt doing building a new stadium?
They're in the SEC. Do you know how much money they have coming to them? They don't know what to do with that.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? They're one of the richest programs out there.
That's fantastic.
And they didn't do anything to deserve it.
All right, so
Hey, but we do know. We love our fans in Nashville.
Is that where Vanderbilt is?
Yeah, that's what that was the joke. Laugh along, boys. Huh?
Nobody knows where Vanderbilt is.
I bet the next person that buys a T-shirt in Nashville hits a royal flush very soon. So, shout out Nashville.
So that's the play, huh? We're taking Hawaii plus 17.5.
At Joey Tunes 2 is the handle, right? Twitter.
At Joey Tunes 2. You'll follow him and then subscribe to his Telegram.
Telegram, okay.
It's a really interesting Telegram in that he not only gives out picks, but he gives out a lot of interesting information. He is part of a major known betting group. Don't ask me the one because I don't know which one.
Sure.
He's the guy who tags everything. # feed me.
Okay.
And now we're going to post a basically 10-second clip, 15-second clip of our pick every week.
Sounds fun.
Of each college for college and NFL.
Might have to bust out the cameras.
We're going to commit to one pick. We'll let's have the conversation about two. I thought we were picking one.
Why would we pick one?
At least
Because
one.
that's 2 videos to edit.
All right, we'll streamline this.
Yeah. We got to have an NFL play for Sunday.
We got 2 weeks of one.
We have a whole pick to clickboard to give them for Sunday, Kurt.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
Jeez, those aren't
okay,
even
we
gonna
could do
be
that
out.
for
Those aren't
Sunday.
even going to be out yet. Okay. Let's jump back in.
Yeah, we can't do pick the
Rated
play.
in. All right, so Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Plus 17.5?
Plus
17
17.5.
Yeah, I just put it in. Fantastic.
So here's the question for you guys then. You're going to the Illinois-Purdue game with me
Oh.
at the end of September.
Yeah, we're going to squad ride Illinois.
I got season tickets. You guys are welcome to any of the games I don't go to. Am I going to get you guys on this Illini bandwagon with me this year?
Sure. Yeah, sure. Where's the front of the line?
I think we're going to be pretty darn good.
Oh,
man.
that's neat. Yeah.
So I've been hyping everything up on Twitter. We got Luke Altmaier coming in. No one. I'm force feeding you guys this conversation
this is
right
great.
here, right now,
No, they're my favorite college football team.
because I think this is a year that they're going to be for real, and I think that this is a perfect time for Illinois football to become relevant, so that we don't get left behind in the future. Based on my conversation last
Based
week.
on last week's rant.
The one thing I love about the Illinois football program and what they did this year, they went and got Jim Leonard. You might not know who Jim Leonard was. He is the OC for Wisconsin last year. When they fired their head coach, he became the interim head coach. Basically, a de facto trial to see if he was going to be the permanent head coach. Hot up-and-comer OC, very highly regarded.
Okay.
Or DC, defensive coordinator, very highly regarded. Doesn't get the job. It goes instead to Luke Fickell. I mean, Fickell's a huge name, great hire by them, all that. Jim Leonard then pulls, or Bielema pulls a Saban at Alabama and hires Leonard in to this totally obscure analyst position that isn't a coaching position. So Leonard still gets his full salary from Wisconsin. He gets to come work for Illinois, help game plan the defense, help prepare and plan against teams like Wisconsin and everyone else. This is one of the best defensive minds in all of college football, who Illinois is basically getting for free this whole season.
Wow.
Interesting.
So I am super excited. Just the fact that we were able to pull an Alabama type move, because you see that sort of stuff at these big name programs all the time.
Yeah,
For Illinois to pull something like that is clever
Getting
and
crafty.
exciting.
Yeah, that is cool.
And we finally got players. We got our first ever preseason All-American.
Oh, neat.
That's sad.
Yeah, right.
That's extremely sad.
Oh, that's funny. All right, so that's
Shout out Illinois football. Congratulations.
is that week 5?
So that's it's not like Red Grange would have been.
Jesus.
Butkus would have been.
Oh. Yeah.
We had a bunch of names. They just didn't
Yeah.
have it back then. That's how long it's been.
So that's week 5. We're going to see the game.
Yeah, we're going to the Purdue Illinois
right.
game in week 5, and
So we got week 0. We got week 5 dialed in. So we got to start working on week 1.
week 1 is a good one because week 1 is Labor Day weekend.
Neat. Okay.
That's going to be a fun college football week.
Okay. So somebody find something.
All right.
Is that the idea?
Are you suggesting we're just going to blindly squad ride Illinois?
No, absolutely
No.
not. Because then we got to drive to freaking Iowa to do it.
Yeah.
No, we're going to Indiana for the game. We can bet it when we get to Indiana.
yeah, that week 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Week 5. That's the squad ride for sure. You're out of your mind if it isn't. I might same game parlay it. I don't know.
Oh, I'm going to have fun with that game.
Yeah.
So after week 0, we'll.
So yeah, just I guess what's the premise here? Somebody does it different every week.
Sure. We can all put our input and
Yeah.
then we can decide like we did today.
Yeah.
Right,
We all
'cause
threw it out. I was like, anyone else got
You
one?
had
I got this
you
one.
had Notre Dame and Pete had Hawaii
Navy.
or Navy. I sure as shit didn't want to bet on Navy.
RJ had Navy at a number we couldn't get.
It's 21 still.
No, it's not. I don't
20 and a half.
Check Bet Rivers.
You can't even bet on Bet Rivers, pal.
That's why. Oh, how funny. Yeah, okay, cool. Sounds good.
Are we gonna let everybody know it's at Caesars minus 110
It doesn't
17
matter.
and
It's
a
probably,
half,
it's
okay.
probably already gone. It's probably 16 and a half now.
because we bet it.
I mean, we didn't put our phones in the microwave, so they probably heard us.
Right. This is getting real giggly.
I'm just trying to make you laugh at this point.
That's great. Yeah.
It's going well.
This is going to be so fun. I love college football. I just wanted to start a podcast about it.
Right.
It's the second straight week I've forced it in, but let's be honest. This week is the week to talk
Absolutely.
about college football. We got it kicking
Absolutely.
off on Saturday,
Right.
so I'm
Yeah.
excited.
I
I'm
mean-
pumped. Let's go Illini. Let's go Hawaii. Let's get some dubs and let's have a fun weekend. Sound good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's win some money this year.
All right.
I appreciate the fact that Kurt brought up what my pick was. So just in case Navy covers and Hawaii doesn't, I got a little bracket right.
Oh, what an unnecessary burn. All right, we out, folks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.